today is Onam, and I just love having people over to enjoy some delicious food that I love to prepare for these festivals. I'm Darshini Vinodan. I've been a food writer for the past 40 years. I've owned an Indian restaurant and I've published some cookbooks as well. I have today my good friend Linda, who has decided that she wants to try the entire Onam Sadhya.
Thank you
Hi,
for
Linda.
inviting me.
Although it's a festival celebrated, amongst many people, it is not a religious festival. Onam is a harvest festival.
Wow, can you tell me about the dishes and how they are being laid out on the banana leaf?
Okay, you have a lovely banana leaf here. The narrow side comes here. Let me introduce you to the dishes one by one so that you know exactly what you're eating. We will start with giving you this banana and some poppadums. These are the rice fritters that my cousin sent from India.
Oh.
We have banana chips, and we have a couple of sweet ones here. Then we start with ginger and green chili relish. It's called inji puli, and of course there is a little bit of lime pickle here. So I'm going to start with some of these dry curries. Okay, this is something that I've learned from my mother-in-law. It's called kutu curry. It's a mixed vegetable curry with dal, and then there is this beetroot vegetable, and I cook this because it adds such a lovely color to the leaf.
Yeah,
And of course
certainly.
beetroot's always good for you and tastes good. And this is irisheri, which is a dish made with green bananas. Then we have something called olan, which is another curry made with pumpkin and long beans. And of course this very, very important curry, it's called avial, and it's a mixture of all the vegetables. And this is something that's a favorite with everybody in my family. It's called manga kalan, and it's made with fresh mangoes and pumpkin. Now let me introduce you to one of my favorite dishes, which is potato and brinjal. So I'll have to put it in the second tier. Another family favorite, my eggplant salsa.
Oh.
I have a raita, which sort of like pulls everything together because it's vegetables with yogurt. So finally, I'll give you the rice
Okay.
and a little bit more.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Traditionally, now this is usually topped with a little bit of ghee or butter, serving the sambar, which is a very important curry in many homes. It's made with dal and vegetables as well. And that's it.
So how should I eat all this?
You will either try every one of them individually, or you can mix it into the rice and eat it together.
Should I start?
Yep.
Oh, the texture is nice.
Yeah.
It's good.
You like it?
Yes, I love it. This is my first time trying Onam Sadhya.
Onam Sadhya.
Yeah, Onam Sadhya, and I definitely love it.
Yes. Yeah, I have very, very fond memories of my grandmother, who used to gather my mother and my auntie, and they will gather all the vegetables that they are supposed to cook for Onam. Every curry is actually different because even the way we cut vegetables for every curry is different.
So would you be inviting more friends to this meal then?
Yes.
I'm Constance Singham. I'm known for my civil society activism. I've been president of AWARE many times over. I'm also a writer. I wrote 2 memoirs. One is about my own life, and the other one is a food memoir. One of the iconic food that we are known for and that I have introduced to all my friends is appam. And appam has a special place in the Malayali cuisine. Initially, I started right from zero. That means soaking the rice and blending the rice and then cooking the coconut and squeezing the milk. But now I have found very quick way of doing it, because you buy the flour from the supermarket. You don't make it as I used to, as my mother used to. So usually have slightly warm water with sugar in it. That's what I do. And I put a teaspoon of yeast, wait for it to bubble up, and then I add the rice flour. And then it takes about 8 to 12 hours for it to ferment. So then when I'm cooking it, then that time I add salt and more sugar and coconut milk. Get into like a pancake consistency and cook it. Malayali Catholics, their celebration is Christmas, Easter, the first Holy Communion of the kids, the confirmation of the kids. Now all these occasions you will find appam. Because they look so beautiful actually and they taste good, I used to think it was difficult to make. So for the longest time I never made it myself. It can be eaten with anything, with stew or any of the curries. You can break an egg on it, so you have egg appam. Or you can eat appam with banana. So it's quite versatile in that way. It's iconic. You always relate appam to your original roots.
My name is Suhaina Ajish. I shifted from India, Kerala, my hometown, in around 2007. The passion for cooking came to me when I was like a young child. I would watch my mom. I will help her in the kitchen. As a kid, I started cooking when I was 4 years old. So I learned everything, and by the age of 10, I could make almost everything. Aripathiri is a traditional Kerala Muslim snack. It's like served during breakfast, mainly served during special occasions like Eid, because it's very difficult to make and you must have the special skills to make it. So it is a vegan and gluten-free recipe which has basically 3 ingredients: rice flour, water and salt. The process involved is a bit tedious, and there are mainly 3 steps involved in it. First, you have to make the dough. For that, you must be using a good quality rice flour. To get the authentic taste, you must be using roasted rice flour, which my mother roasts and she packs for me. Each time I come, I bring 10 kilos of it. We will put in all the love into that, put and water and knead it. You have to knead the dough, bring it out into a flat plate. Knead it while it's still hot. You have to put water in your hand and knead using both your hands. That's the traditional way of making aripathiri. Then make small dough balls. Next, rolling out. Rolling out is you have to put more rice flour and roll out into a thin paper consistency. And if you're not good in rolling a perfect round shape, you have to use a cutter to cut it out. Then you stack them. Once it's stacked, you start frying. Frying also is very important. You have to see that each sides are cooked evenly and no brown spots are formed. For a perfect cook, they make it white, just like a tissue paper. Malabaris are the main people who contact me for aripathiri. For them, they might have some memories and they just request me, okay, can you make for us? We have a special guest coming, can you do this for us? Whenever I make aripathiri, brings back all the nostalgia. You can pair with anything. Vegetarian, kurma, veg kurma, egg curry, chicken curry, fish curry, mutton curry, anything goes with it. My mother is the best cook in my family. She was my inspiration. She will serve hot aripathiri with chicken curry or mutton curry and tea. Oh my God, that's the best comfort food for me.